87% of people go to Google to search for services, depending on what report you listen to. You can Google this stuff and see reports about it, but vast majority of people, when they're looking for a home service, still go to Google to look. 75% of the people that go there search organic. That's your map, that's your organic rankings on your page content, and review integration of your brand. That is where you're going to get the vast majority of your conversion. That is where you want to focus on. That is not typically up there because Google's so stupid that they got tricked by some idiots that were sending inbound contextual links into your site. In fact, that stuff today typically gets the site banned. Okay, guys, it is Nolan Walker here with HVAC and Plumber SEO Webmasters. I am going to have an interesting one here today, I think, and it's something that kind of goes unsaid when I get a feel off of people that I speak with. And the title for this is Most People Buy HVAC and Plumber SEO Magic. Most people buy plumber, SEO magic, HVAC SEO magic. And I want to say what I mean by that, because I had talked to a guy for a while that I think was a plumber about, I think it was about 4 months ago. I signed him up as a client about 2 weeks ago. And he's a really intelligent guy, by the way. This wasn't just some, this was a smart guy. And I didn't hear from him for a while. And he called me back. And what he ended up doing for, the last 3 or 4 months was that he paid for links. And he loved the idea of this. This guy was originally an accountant that got into the business. And he was, this real pensive guy, deep thought guy, very analytical and crunching numbers on stuff. And so I was really surprised that it was this guy who decided to go for what I call magic. It was like in order of stuff that people like, actually, and I'm going to make a point about all this and what somebody should be doing, but in order of what they do, they like the idea of magic. We do high-end quality skilled work to support somebody's brand so it gets recognized by Google and they rightfully deserve to show up in search ranking. That's what I call SEO. But people look at magic, linking and say tricking the search engine, and then they move on from that. The next most adjacent thing in their mind is SEO. A lot of people misunderstand SEO as something tricking or magic. And then after that, they look for leads. And it goes down this sequence of thought of like, I think I need to trick them to get them to go up in ranking and to trick that algorithm of Google's and do some SEO or go get some leads from somebody that somebody's gotten. And it all kind of makes sense. I understand what people are thinking, but Google's way beyond the days of tricking them that easily. I mean, it's not a good road to go down to try to trick Google, even if there are a few things that are left that some people might call black hat or, literally just trying to game the search engine, because the search engine's really good at determining what somebody's brand is all about. And so my question is, somebody's like, well, what about logically? What about the brand? What about positively thinking that you're going to do well by supporting a brand and not making up a negative narrative or future tripping about how you don't think you can compete in the marketplace against other people? Because you absolutely can. So Google, it's not something that's, happenstance. It's not some magic elixir or potion. It's not magic. It's not any of those things. So somebody gets a custom designed site with proper code base, dozens of pages of custom written content, work on their GMB account and embellish properly with proper citations done. That high-end code base really helping out and helping the page content get done. Other elements coming into play, like someone working on their social media, doing check-ins with a brand review, brandrevu.com. That allows somebody to show where they've been. It's like digitally raising your hand saying, I was here doing this plumbing job, doing this HVAC job. Here's a photo of it and a caption and the check-in code that was the digital code from my phone. Now, please recognize I was here. I updated my website with this code straight from Brand Review, and there's somebody can look at photos of jobs and check-ins of where I've been within 2 blocks. And by the way, I've gotten more reviews because I'm texting them reviews, and that's working on my GMB account. And I'm working on this and I'm working on that. They're seeing digital branded signaling coming in, and that's what it's about. So I would really encourage you guys to do your best to think about things from how does Google view me as a digital footprint? Let's not try to trick them because the algorithm's gotten extremely intelligent. Let's try to give them more digital branded signaling that we're the good guys. We're the ones to show. We have better site content. We have more reviews. We work on things more regularly. There's more elements with check-ins and photos and captions of jobs and things that we can do. There's more of that than other people. What we don't want to see happen is somebody saying, I'm going to put up a really cruddy, this is where the magic part comes in. I've got this horrible website that I paid nothing for. Okay, so let's define nothing. I paid $2,500 or less once and never touched it again. I paid nothing for it. I never touch it. I disrespect it like crazy. I paid some web geek in this country or another country to slam links in to trick you, to make you think that it's the best thing that can be shown. I'm going to use that as my tactic to get up in ranking. That's a bad tactic to get up in ranking nowadays. So you do not want to be thinking like that. Let's trick them. That's what everybody does. They trick them, screw them, mess them up, fool them into thinking. Instead of thinking, how can I do digital signaling to rightfully be the person that should show up in the mapping, that should show up in the organic ranking, that should show up for hundreds of keywords. 87% of Google, 87% of people go to Google to search for services, depending on what report you listen to. You can Google this stuff and see reports about it, but vast majority of people, when they're looking for a home service, still go to Google to look. 75% of the people that go there search organic. That's your map, that's your organic rankings on your page content, and review integration of your brand. That is where you're going to get the vast majority of your conversion. That is where you want to focus on. That is not typically up there because Google's so stupid that they got tricked by some idiots that were sending inbound contextual links into your site. In fact, that stuff today typically gets the site banned. You can get some of it, but if you go too far and you screw up, they will ban your site. So they will penalize it. They might ban your GMB account, by the way. So that could definitely happen as well. They could definitely ban the GMB account. I'm going to do another one on that, I think, about how not to get your GMB account banned. I think I had it up here somewhere. I'm going to write it down though. So I didn't want to go over a ton on this. I want to tell you that the methodology is to do digital signaling. That is custom designed site. Over 100 points of schema code like we do here at the Webmasters. Custom content like we do here. People write it from this country, means the content's better, okay? Managed here under roof. So those things help. Work on your Google My Business account, citations, structured URLs, SSL certificates, proper mobile friendliness, updated regularly on all those things, content design, code base, Google account, integration of brand review, brandrevu.com, brandreview.com, integration of the check-ins with photos and captions. The website literally getting hundreds, if not thousands of changes per year through check-ins. Lots more reviews because people are getting texts and emails. All these things help your brand. You might work on a little social media campaign. It might help a little bit, but it brings in some direct traffic. That sort of thing, working on your brand, is what you're going to be thinking about, not magic, not tricking them, not fooling them. In fact, magic, tricking them, fooling them typically is going to lead to some sort of penalty, or possibly having your stuff taken down, like you're penalizing your website out of ranking, or pulling your Google My Business account completely down. So all that can happen. I'm happy to answer questions about this stuff with you guys. I've been doing this for, it's just about to be 10 years now. So Very knowledgeable group of people here. We'd love to be able to help you. I thought I'd keep that one short and sweet, and try to help you redirect your brain on what you should be doing. And we'd love to hear from you someday. I'll see you later.